Hi everyone, it's me again, Nurse Korean American Sister, came back with another story. I want to talk about dating life in North Korea. Have you ever wondered what dating is like in North Korea? Is there love? Are there kisses, holding hands, or romantic dates? Well, yes, but not in the way you guys expect. Let me take you into a world where love is secret, dating is a risk, and relationship come with the rules you wouldn't believe. So in North Korea, dating is closely tied to marriage. Dating is usually seen as a direct step forward to marriage. Casual dating and casual relationship is not a common. In North Korea, people tend to marry in their early age. The ideal age for a woman to get married is between 21 to 23. And once you pass 25, it's considered you're seen as marrying a bit late. Since I was tall and looked mature for my age, people thought I was already ready for marriage when I was only 18. I mean, for now, people look me a little younger than in my age, but back then, I always assumed 3, 4 years older than my actual age. So when I walked on the street or worked somewhere, some guys often follow me all the way to my house. And my father and my brothers came outside and chased them away. It happened many times. They thought I was already like over 20, but I was only 18 years old. Sometimes like guys, they went over me and blocked me, asked me, hey, can we talk like that? I didn't know what to do and I just dodged them off and then just run away. Because in North Korea, dating is usually leads direct to marriage. In other words, dating exists solely for the purpose of finding their good matches. Dating just for fun, for loneliness, emotional companionship isn't even considered. If a woman known as like dating casually like often, it seriously damages her reputation. People seeing her as not pure or like bad. The first of the night is actually the first night. We don't sleep together before marriage. Even like you got engaged, but you still don't sleep together. The first night you have to sleep together. So that's the real true first night in North Korea for the marriage. Premarital purity is very extremely important in my country. You have to be virgin before you marry. If they find out you're not virgin on the first night, I've seen like the girls they kicked out right after the marriage because the guys found out she wasn't virgin. Especially if you want to get into a marriage with a good family, which means like high-ranking officers in Pyongyang. That means you will have a good life in there. Women rarely have opportunities to be success like outside of marriage, like work. So most people marrying into good family, like well-off family in there considers successful as a woman's version of success. That's why parents with the daughters, they try very hard to raise the daughters without any problem and try to send them up to a good family. So starting from age of 18, men often followed me on the street. I'd just blush trying to run away. And they kept following me. It was so annoying at the time. Sometimes it's kind of fun because as a young lady, it made me think like, oh, am I pretty? That's why they're following me like that. So like a little bit proud at sometimes, but most of the times it's kind of annoyed. I mean, they're strangers. I don't know them. And most of them look like a little old because they already served the military for 10, 13 years. So they're already like an old, close to 30 years old something. Because young men in my age, they're not there. They went to military and they're not in the area. So only the men finished serving military. They came out look for a girl to marry. So I'm like, no. Most marriage in North Korea are arranged by families or relatives or close friends. Especially parents go look around for a potential marriage. So meeting and dating someone by following on the street is not only rare but also improper. And once I turned 21, more mothers come to my house. Especially holidays like a New Year's or Chuseok, which is Thanksgiving. They come to my house since early in the morning. They bring like a food and gifts and then trying to please my parents. And my parents like kind of annoyed them, but they're good friends, they're good neighbors, so they can't refuse them, right? And they sit down together and started eating food and talking. And their conversation leads to me, and then they says, "Oh, please send Deborah to my house. My son is ready to get married, and then our family is ready, and she will have a good life in my house." And my parents like ignoring them, and I know they're inside their mind, they're not into it, but they pretended hearing it and then okay, like listening to them. I can see their expression is very awkward because my parents didn't want me to marry their family, right? My parents has bigger ambition toward me. They want to raise me good and they keep me good, best condition to get married to like some high-ranking officer's family in Pyongyang, or at least marry with some governor in my area, not just like a regular neighborhood family, right? So my family, okay, but you know what? I don't think my daughter is ready to get married. Look at her. She doesn't know anything about marriage. If you bring her to your house, your son will suffer because she doesn't know anything. My parents tried to talk down on me, and then to let them give up. But the mothers, they don't buy it. They're like, oh, it's okay. I'll teach her and I will help her. Don't you worry about that. Like that. Sometimes my parents like, oh no, like they're doing it because in North Korea, I was considered a girl that many mothers want. I don't know about the guys. Actually, guys, they are shorter than me. A lot of guys like they're skinnier and shorter than me, so it's too much for them. It's hard for them to handle me, So the guys who still brave and they have courage, they followed me and try to talk to me. But most of them, they don't even talk to me. They don't even come close to me. If there are few tall men, they usually selected for a special role in military or government, like security or police, elite guards. You know that in North Korean videos, when Kim Jong-un appears, the elite guards, they're all tall and they build up. Yeah, so if the guys like looking like that, they all selected for Pyongyang. It's like a girl selected for a pleasure squad. Guys do the same thing. And most young men drafted into the military at 17 and served for 10 or 13 years in there without coming back home or without visiting, under harsh conditions and poor food and hard labor. That's why they grow so slow, so it's rarely see tall men out there. And my brothers were the same thing. We are a tall family. My parents are tall, and my cousins and my relatives are all tall. When we were in the house, my brothers always taller than me. And after they're 17 and they went to military, they stopped growing. They definitely taller than me like this much. So when I'm talking, I clearly look them up before leaving the military. And 5 years later, they came home because of illness. And guess what? While I was growing more, they stopped growing. Their height was exactly same height when they leave for military at the age of 17. I grew more, they stopped, so it got to the point our height is exactly the same. So yeah, my brothers were so healthy, like they're tall, like they're handsome. And then after they left the house to the military in harsh environments, they all got sick. My mom used some money to bribe the military and then bring them home. So luckily they were saved. But not every young man, if their house is poor, they can afford like bribe, they stays there and die in starvation or hard labor and then caused by illness. It's a sad situation. Yeah. But mothers are different. I looked so healthy. So like men, women in North Korea are very small and weak and skinny. So after marriage, they struggle with the housework because they don't have energy. Even with the childbirth, many women fall ill or even die while giving birth because first, they're very weak. There's a little medical help available because most hospitals exist in the big city. And even then, there's a lack of medical equipment and medications in the hospital. There's literally no products there. So many women, they end up giving birth in the house and it leads many accidents in there. So I'm sure many of them survive from there, but a lot of them don't. And once you're married, in the house, all the house chores fall on the women. Men go to work outside, even they don't get any money or anything from there, but they have to go to work. And after they come back from work, they don't do anything. Women always prepare for food, cleaning the house, doing dishes, or doing the laundries. Men just sitting there does nothing, absolutely nothing. So that's what my dad did it and my brothers do it. All the chores, my mom did it and me. That's typical family life. North Korea, the culture still men above women. So women has to serve the man always. If there are some guys trying to help the wife doing some dishes, people laugh at them like so silly, stupid. That's not real man. They accusing them. So in life, especially women life in North Korea, it's very, very unfair. It's nothing but suffer. When I was in there, I once regretted why I born to women to suffer like this. I wasn't even suffer as other women did, but I still like even that young girl and young lady situation, I thought it was so unfair for women life in there. So like families have a strong and healthy daughter-in-law in their household, doing everything, giving birth easily. It was their goal to have that kind of person. So my parents trying very hard to brush them off, like refusing them. In the end, their relationship broken and they became awkward. Also, in North Korea, there's no sex education. People don't talk about sex or anything sexual. Talk about them, you consider you're immoral and you're not a virgin. We were taught by governments that talking about sex and then those are activities like capitalism. So the parents never talk about it, and if a child asks about it out of curiosity, they accusing them and they get so embarrassed and then like don't ever talk about it. That's not good thing like that. So we grew up not learning anything about it. That there's no TV program or anything like talk about sex or anything, even kiss. We never seen any kisses in the TV program. Also, you can't wear anything revealing your body or body shape. Girls must cover your bodies with the oversized clothes or loose clothes. And if not, people assume she's not virgin or she's not pure. And even having large chest is considered immoral. People look them down. Oh, she looked like she already gave birth to child or something. That's what they talk behind the girls. So starting in my teens, I had always had to wear so tightened clothes to flatten my chest. And it was painful.